Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out RV Daydream, and I'm going to touch on the generator one more time, and this is for all the gasoline guys.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream. It's a beautiful day outside. I cannot run the air to where it's going to make a difference, so what I'm going to do is, again, turn on the refrigerator, turn on a fan in the back, turn on this lighting that's in here, these I don't know, incandescent 120 volt lights, and we're going to run that generator on gasoline. It is roughly noon. We're going to fill the tank in gasoline, which I don't want to do, but I'm doing it for you guys. I'm doing it for the people that want to know about gasoline and run their generators on gasoline. Yeah, you guys are asking for it. A lot of people are interested, so let me go ahead and put gas in the tank and run it and see how long it will go. Again, without the economy mode on, it's not going to be under a heavy load, but it will be at the correct RPMs for a heavier load. So it's going to be kind of close. Now, the way I read online is this tank, the amount of gas that it holds, I can't remember what it is. I'll put it here, somewhere in a graphic. But the tank should last 7.5 hours at 25% load. I don't know what that means. I don't know what 25% load is. I mean, at 25% load, you might be able to have it on economy mode, so it might last longer, but we'll just take it off economy mode and run it and see what happens. First things we got to do is top this gas off, and hopefully I have enough gasoline. Now, if you take the cap off, you can see there's some sort of a tethered chain here. That's nice. I like the fact that you can't lose the cap. This cap is substantial. It does have some venting built into it, so be cautious of that if you're trying to enclose this into anything and run it on gasoline. Inside there's a filter that you're to pour your gasoline through. This helps keep any debris or anything like that from getting in the tank and clogging it up. And there's also another vent that's built in here. Now, I'll show you here on this cap. There's a red insert that's clipped into the plastic. That red insert on it, I don't know if you can read it, probably not, it says fuel level. So whenever you fill it up, you're filling it up to this red ring. So that's kind of your fuel level, and again, it protects from getting debris in there too, so make sure you don't lose it. Alright, let's go ahead and call that full. I don't know how well you can see down in here, but the gas is above that red fuel level mark. It's above it, so we're definitely full. There's no doubt that the gas is full in this tank right now. Just as a note, if you guys don't know, on your vehicle, and in this case on a generator, whenever you go to the gas pump and you fill up your gas tank, don't be afraid to click it. A lot of times what that does is keep those vents clean. So if there's any kind of a spider web or any kind of dirt or anything that gets in there, whenever you click it, that vibration, that snapping sound, will vibrate that loose and allow that vent to clear out. So that's what those clicks are kind of for. Also to let you know you've gone far enough. You can see we're at 14.2 hours of run time. That's what we stopped off at the last time. I'm going to take the generator and move it around the back of the RV, and we're going to start it. You can see I got the cord unplugged, and it's just laying back there. And that way it's going to be a little bit quiet for me. So now that we got that running, let's go in and turn some stuff on. You can see it's pretty dark in the RV, so let's go ahead and turn on some lights first. There's that one. There's that one. And we'll go ahead and plug in the Wii Boost. I think that might take up some energy. We'll talk about this Wii Boost at a later time. I got it kind of temporarily set up here, but it's getting the job done. Alright, there we go. That'll use a little energy. And the TV antenna, we'll turn that on. That's 12 volt, but it'll work off the batteries. And then the good there. I just heard the air compressor make or the generator make a little bit of a noise. We'll go ahead and put this on high fan. Well, you know, I'll tell you what. We could probably run the air conditioning for a little while. It's 75 in here. Drop the voltage down quite a bit because we have those other things on, like the refrigerator, the compressor on the refrigerator, and now the compressor on the air conditioner. So that's a decent load, and it's doing pretty well there. Yeah, we'll run this thing on high cool for a little while. You can see it's 75 in here. We'll get it down to a lower temperature. So 14.2 hours is what we started at. And as far as time, I hope that this radio is still fixed from the last time. I hate it. It says it's noon, and you know what? It is noon. That's actually correct. It is really noon right now. So here, you show you. So let's see how long this lasts. Again, full tank of gas, and we'll have the air on for a while. The economy mode's off, and we got some other stuff running. Hopefully this goes a while. Well, thank God. I just so happened to come in, wash my hands. I've been cleaning the garage all day, and I thought, oh no, I blew a breaker. It finally ran out of gas. Wow. So it's 5:07, and I had the air running a lot. So 66 degrees, and of course those two lights over here were on, and the refrigerator was on, which you can see in here. It is 28 degrees, 29 degrees with nothing in it. Oh, everything's falling down. So it's worked. It's been going on. We'll go ahead and turn that off. We're finished. We're done with the gas. Again, all this stuff was plugged in and turned on. So let's go check to make sure it actually did run out of gas. Yeah, it's been running on full blown, full throttle. So that's kind of the answer. And it was charging the battery the whole time. So let's see if there's any gas left. We'll choke it. That'll help it. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing there at all. So that's good. We're out of gas. All right, so it runs 5 hours on 1.6 gallon of fuel. So that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Of course, you'd have to top it off. And this is what I was saying about the propane. I could get through the night sleeping, 7-8 hours with the air conditioner on and running with the propane connected without having to worry about refilling it. So that's one of the reasons I personally want to run propane. But if I had to run gasoline, it's an option, and it's nice to know that it'll run roughly 5 hours with it, full blast. Now, if you need to, on econo mode, of course, it'll run the air conditioner, and it will save gas. It will definitely use less gas. Again, they say at a 25% load of its capacity. So 25% of 3,100 watts, basically. I'm not going to do the math, but that's the running wattage. So if you were only pulling in or using that much wattage, it's going to go longer. And I would think that it would probably be less than a 25% load if the air was running. No, actually, that would be about a third. So it's actually a little bit more because because the air conditioner while it's running is probably in the 1,500 to 1,800 range, maybe even a little bit more than that while it's running. That's not starting. Starting, you're talking 2,700 to 2,900 range as far as watts that are required to start. So it's an option. I just wanted to give you guys this because there's a lot of you that were interested in the gasoline part of it. Now I'm going to take the tank, open it up, let it air all out. I'm going to drain the carburetor out. There is a drain screw on it, like you guys that may have had dirt bikes in the past. There's a screw at the bottom of the carburetor. You go ahead and crack that open. There's a tube that runs to the bottom of the engine and out of the case. That'll let all the gas run out that's left in there. And I'll take my air gun maybe and blow around inside the tank, try to get that gas to disperse itself as much as possible, because I want it all out of there. I don't want any gas in the tank. I don't want any gas in the carburetor. Just for travel reasons. I mean, the stuff is vented, and if I have it in the cap of my truck and there's fumes, that's what ignites. So that's why I don't really want to do anything with gasoline. I don't want to carry gas cans, and I don't want to carry, gas in tanks. Quite honestly, even with our mopeds, whenever we used to take them on trips, I could smell the fumes that accumulated in the back of the cap. The cap is sealed pretty well, so just don't want to do it. Just don't want to have gasoline fumes back there. But there's ways to get around that. I mean, there's ways that you can, get good sealed gas cans and you keep them sealed. And as far as the generator is concerned, I'm sure there's things you can do there too to make it to where it's not, venting, which I doubt that it does a lot, but it does vent. It has to. That's the only way gravity can feed that carburetor. So whenever everything's shut off, that fuel should not vent out, but there's a good chance that it does. All right, guys, that is it. That's going to put that generator to rest until we get out maybe a few months from now, maybe next year, who knows, out in the desert. And whenever we've got to run that air conditioning full time, full blast for a long time while we're boondocking, then at that point we'll see how the propane does and if it holds up as long as it did. I forgot to show you that. Let's see if you can catch it there. 19.3 hours. So it got some run time, and you can see the fan rig job that I got going on there. That is just the air out the tank. Anyways, we're good to go, and we're going to leave this thing sit and air out. I drained the fuel, and good for gas, good for propane, good overall for this generator. Well, I hope this helped out one way or the other. Again, I'll put the links down below for this. If you decide you're going to try to go with gas, you might want to look into this. And I'm sure there's a way to make an extended tank kit for this if you want to. There's always ways to do things to these generators, but I just think I'm going to stick with propane for the time being. As always, I hope to see you guys out there. Bye.